Hello people, I've been waiting for the right moment to make this video, but hey, this is as good a time as any. I wanted to talk about the way that the police and the government and the so-called lawyers and judges have given up um, following and, basically the truth. Now, if I was an entity or whatever looking to take over, one of the things that I would do, and I know I'd need to do, and that's to infiltrate the law, the justice system, just about everything to be in place to take over. The thing that's been coming across me recently is the fact that when what is supposed to be our government, the legal system, the structure of fairness, foundations of righteousness, and following that, have been infiltrated to the point where you can't trust it, you can't go to it, you can't be served by it, then that has to move somewhere else, doesn't it? It has, because it's got to be picked up by something, because I'm seeing it. I think I said this before, that it keeps, to me, boiling down to time and numbers. I keep thinking about, what's coming our way, the tribulations, like Christ said, the birth pains. It has to happen. And how they know it's coming. They didn't move this police station in the middle of Bristol for nothing. I've been looking at plans of this city. I've been walking around and seeing how ready it is prepared for this. I mean, basically, I think one of the things that are going to happen when these tribulations come, when this asteroid lands, when this pole shift happens, whatever it's going to be, coastlines around the world are going to be flooded, and I mean majorly flooded. So that's London, New York, just about everywhere around the world. Major capitals and cities that are on the coast are going to go. Now, I've been looking at this city and studying it, and it is very carefully set up for these tsunamis, which are going to be caused, I suppose, by these catastrophes. But then I've realised, whilst making this video, I've realised that I keep shifting from that way of thinking to the other way of thinking, that they're really hammering me hard because they know I found a way to pump this back out. The noise in the background you can hear is the fan blasting this back out. It's just a cooling fan blasting the poison back out that they're pumping around me outside this window. I've always known this in a way. I worked it out here. That, they could finish me off whenever they wanted. They could make it look good, like a car accident, some sort of rare cancer. It doesn't matter. They could finish me off when they choose to. But to me, I think I found out that what they're doing with targeted individuals like myself is that they don't actually touch you. They engineer it so they poison you from afar, they stalk you from afar, they don't actually engage from you. And if they don't have to engage with you and they can stop you and control you and manipulate you, then they've won, haven't they? Without even touching you, in a way. Now, I've stood the test of time with these evil, whatever you want to call it, New World Order, reptilians, Aryans. I have stood the test of time by what they've done to me, and they are getting impatient. Do you know what I mean? So now they've started laying on some real nasty poison. That's the only way I can describe it, people, is it makes me feel like, when you've been up like on a night out and you've had like drank too much, and a real heavy one, and you wake up and you get that feeling in your head, like you're spinning around, a hangover. Well, that's what they're making me feel like, with no drink, with no hangover. Okay? They're pumping me something on me now that is really, some neurological other stuff, which is because they're turning up the dial. Okay? Because for the 12 years I've been campaigning against what they're doing in their program with chemtrails and just about everything else now, okay, 12 years, and 5 years being poisoned covertly, nearly constantly, without any help from the police or law system, which means they've had it, they're in on it, they've been infiltrated. Fact. Now you're turning it up, aren't you? Making me more volatile, forcing me into that corner. Keep fighting, people.